Okay, so this is second week of August, and I'll be going over what happened. So we previously rejected weekly resistance at 139.2 in first week of August, and this is where the market opened up right here, this 4-hour candle. So let's go a bit deeper. So what I found was there's 3 proper trades that I would have taken. Let me just move these. Okay, so we know that this is the range. This was weekly high from the first week, and then we had support here, and here. So we open up. Price opens up. Where did it open up? Right here, August 9th, 5 p.m. Opened up, rejected 138-ish area, and then rejected it again. Okay, so I took this trade. I think I got like 40 pips out of it. I actually entered. We'll go deeper in. So this was actually a perfect entry. There's this minor support here, right, at 138, and I actually entered at like 138.10. So at the bottom right here, and then I wrote it. Basically, I had 0 drawdown, and I wrote it till like 37 pips or something. I exited at 0.500. Yeah, super clean move. So liquidity grab right at 2:15 after 2 a.m. So liquidity grabs, that's it. Enter on when the move is setting up. Look at that. Look how clean that was. Came straight down to support here. We had some rejections here, some rejections here. So when this started happening, this noise, why would price start the move from here when there's orders waiting down here to be triggered for the move to start? So exactly what happened. Price came down and then straight up, right? So this was always be grabbing liquidity. Easy, like, could have gone more. I know people got more out of this, but 40 pips is honestly good enough. 40 to 50 pips. And the risk was like barely anything. I think I had a 10 pip stop loss, which is down here. So it might have been a bit more because 138. So that if that didn't work, then 138 would have gone rejected. Yeah. So that was the first trade on Monday morning. Let's go deeper in. Okay, first trade Monday morning, right? So we'll keep this here. So we entered there. Got our 30-40 pips, and then been using 15 pip SLs, but here in this case, like, yeah, 12 was enough. Okay, and then next, so Monday bottoms out over there, and then we make a high. So wait a second, where were we? Right, 10th, right? 10th, yeah. So we make a high here. Okay. So anyways, price is moving up in Asian, right? Price moving up Asian. Now we're approaching pre-London. Okay, price isn't just gonna fucking continue up. We still have a range to fill. Weekly highs right there, previous week's high. So we have that range to fill, right? What price actually did grab liquidity, and it didn't reject at a psychological level, but it still grabbed liquidity and it moved up. So I had buys at 800, but I got stopped out at after when I saw this candle. But I should have known that it was, when it continues down, it's just a liquidity grab, right? Where is that? So this is 5 minutes. Yeah. So fuck these I drew a minor level at 800, which obviously didn't hold. But you see, it was just a little noise around that area. But major level was up here, so we knew that we were going to go fill that, but we had to grab liquidity. Same as here. This happened after 2 a.m., see? So 2 a.m., 2:05, and then they start rejecting. Yeah, so this happened, and price was still moving down, and then the actual move started. Here we go. So that liquidity grab, and then, so even if you entered a bit above, this was, yeah, basically 50 pips, and then stop loss. So once you started seeing that rejection, this would have been perfect. So from 3 a.m. to like 4.5 hours later, would have given you 50 pips. that range did fill. So these ranges fill no matter how long it takes, they're gonna fill. And then New York volume came in, another liquidity grab, same as how we had this one here. We had another one here. Wow, right before, like in New York, we got another one, and then we pumped up. So now this is second trade, right? This is after 2 a.m. Cool. And then we make a high. We make a high at 139.5. So we have this high, and then we basically go back below 139.200. But it's the fact that we're still maintaining this bullish structure, right? See, created another higher low. So created another higher low right here, and then in like late Asian before pre-London, we rejected it again. Cool. Now we have, one second, let me move all these. So one higher low. Okay, now reject that same area twice. Now you see this like consolidation, and this is our new range. This is our new range, buyer range to fill. And then what happened exactly is 1 a.m. came down, liquidity grab right at 139.0. Sorry, that's short. So now we have that, and another clean like 47 pips, 50 pips, and could have been like right below these wicks for 15 pips. 15 pips and perfect, and I'll show you what that looked like in 15 minutes. So you see the range that it created? This was your high, right? This was a buyer range that was created. Whatever you want to call it. Investors took profits here, and then sellers came in, drove price down because it's a constant war between buyers and sellers, right? Okay, and then we rejected here. This is a higher low because it's higher than this previous one. This was higher than this. This was higher than this, right? So we're still maintaining that bullish momentum, the bullish structure. If this broke and we were printing lower highs, then we'd continue down. But there's no reason for sells to even be possible because, what's it called? Higher low. Then we rejected that level again, and this was basically pre-London liquidity grab to continue up, right? So I'm just gonna remove that. Fuck, it just took me back. 1 second. Yeah, so another quick 50 pips. Once it started closing, see, so this level did get respected. So once we rejected this, just gonna remove this for now. Rejected this. This is when, so this happened in pre-London, like after the 4 hour open. This was very soon. Went up, 2 a.m. we went up, and then we created support right above 200. I actually had a position here. I entered late at like 1.6, and then I took profit up here 3.3 because it just kept rejecting, and I honestly should have moved it to break even, but it just kept rejecting, and I'm like, I'm just gonna secure. By 4 a.m., 4:15, we did reach and filled this range, right? So like clean, but yeah, best entry if I entered here, then I would have easily set it to like break even and then gone like the 40-50 pips. But nevertheless, that was another clean setup. In my opinion, these are the only ones that were worthy of being taken this week. So 15 pips, but I'll show the rest too. So 3 setups, right? So there again, price rejected this in pre-New York, and we came back down, but we rejected the same area again, right? I'm gonna remove this for now. Cool. So then I'll remove this as well. So 139.0, okay? 139.0. Wow, look at that liquidity grab. Late New York, 2 hours after New York, and then open, and then bam, up again. So this is another good setup that was nice. Again, another like 50 pips, twice in the same day, right? But London was nicer, in my opinion. But yeah, people did, a lot of people did catch that. And then this was another one. So we did have the previous high, right? Another higher high, higher low, right? Still maintaining that bullish structure. Now this, I didn't really like this, but basically we have the high, right? So that range still didn't get filled. Didn't get filled. So when we're over here in pre-London, this is 1 a.m. We're still staying above 139.2, right? We're still staying above this low, previous low. So once that's happening, you see like lower time frame was still making higher lows. Like, let me go into 5 minutes. So this was our previous low, right? Higher low, higher lows, higher low, higher low, and then we continued up, retest up. Yeah, see, I personally don't like this because it's not like the optimal entry. Plus, like entering here, because this is pre-London, even if you entered like here, this is very soon, it's not above a level I like. And then even though it went up a nice decent amount, I personally didn't like that. And then Friday was basically price created a high, right? And then came down, created another lower high. And then this is pre-London, created another lower high, and then went down. So basically what happened was, although there was a bullish move that was planned, this rejection right here at like 3.7 and 4, it went up like 60 pips easily, right? 60 pips. This is what was happening basically. We had the high, then we had a lower high, another lower high, and then it went down for liquidity, grabbed liquidity, and then went up, right? So this is what happened. Entries would have been better here, but I like taking trades only at perfect psychological levels. But this would have worked too, because it's just a liquidity setup, right? Just the same thing as how almost this was, but it's a bit different. Like how this was, we created a high and then we went down. We went below the previous low. This was the previous low, right? Your previous low is right here. This is the low. And then, so let me draw this one better actually. So with the high, create a low, and then we're making, and then, so it's like this, right? And then it went up. Although we didn't fill the full range, we did get a decent amount, right? So break below the previous low right here, and then it went up. So yeah, that's just collecting buy orders at a better price, because there wasn't enough. We see buyers tried pushing price up from here, but there wasn't right here pre-London, but there wasn't enough order flow here, right? If there was, you would see massive candles rejection. So what happened? Price goes down for further liquidity. Oh, now what? Now what's happening? Now when we're right here, okay, we see a nice rejection. Price goes up like 25 pips, comes back down to retest it. Wow, okay, now maybe we got enough liquidity. Now we go up. Okay, so better entries would have been here. Like, even though it was showing nice sorry, where the fuck is it? Okay, 60 pips, right? And then right there, 15 pips again. 15 pips is the GOAT SL. Nothing beats 15 pips. 15 pips and you'll never be stopped. That's the motto. 15 pips at a psychological level, or 15 pips sniper entry, never gets stopped. But yeah, that was on Friday. That was Friday? Yeah, that was Friday. And that was cleaner. When it's like, when something like this is happening, when there's a clear high, and then we make a clear, high or low, then it's going to continue up easily. But when it's like, when we have a high and then we have a lower high and then we make another lower high, it's most likely gonna go grab liquidity somewhere at a certain price before going up, right? So that's exactly what happened here. We didn't have clear structure. Like over here, we had a high, down and up, right? here we had a high, down, generated order flow, went up. But here was high, lower high, another lower high. So next incoming was probably lower low, which happened here, but we're still maintaining that bullish market structure, right? So we're still maintaining those highs. So, and then this is just minor noise, liquidity being generated at a new low, and then before we go up. But yeah, in my opinion, there was 3 proper setups, 48 pips, 50, 50, 40, so 140 pips on a 2 lot. That's $3,900. What's 50 USD to that? So let's say 19 times 140, $2,600 on a 1.5 lot. 3 setups, all it's gonna take. So for next week, this is what I have. So daily did break above 130. It stayed above 139.2. That's the weekly level over here. If we do maintain, so I said break above 139.2 weekly level, price needs to form an intraday higher low before continuing up to 140.8, which is this level, right? Which is still 160 pips from 139.2, and that's the next resistance. So same thing here. That what I just said, when there's a clear high, but now we have a lower high on 4 hour. Maybe we create another lower high, go down for liquidity at a certain level, pull back down before going up to 140.8. Or if we do stay above 139.2, then it's also clear buy. So down here, but it could also go further down because price still needs to create an intraday higher low before continuing up. And like how I just explained, how this movement happened, we had the high, then we had a lower high, and then we created a new low before pushing up. But that new low was below the previous low, right? So there's liquidity down here. So maybe I'm just gonna remove everything and showcase 4 hour. Maybe the same thing will happen on 4 hour. We see it happening on a lower time frame, but maybe the exact same price behaves on higher time frame too. So we have a high, we have a lower high. Okay, let's say it makes a new low, creates another lower high. Boom, we grab liquidity at an arbitrary level before going back up. That would still be maintaining bullish market structure, right? We're still maintaining that bullish market structure. Highs being formed. Here's the high. So, and then where could the next high be? Oh, 140.8. But now we just need to watch out for levels that can form that higher low, right? But like I said, we could have something like this that we continue up, or if we just stay above 139.2, and then we head up. Whichever one works, but I do think that we could possibly pull down a bit further for liquidity. Maybe 139.0, 138.8, any of these levels, right? Would be perfect, but that's what I'd be looking for because we have a lower high. So either stay above 139.2 and we head up, or 130, like we pull down to like 139 or even lower and then go up. But structure is still bullish unless like it actively starts rejecting. But I still like weekly did close above like sorry, let me just correct that. What the fuck? Keyboard tripping out. Yeah, so weekly did close above that. I know it's not a fucking massive candle body, but it's still above this level. Unless I see like daily do something like, unless daily breaks below like here, 130, let's see, 1 second. Below like 130.8, then I can see it. 138.5, then I can see it's going down. Because this was honestly the previous low. This is an intraday low. But if we break the bullish structure, then I would say sells, but it's still like bullish structure, right? So we just have to watch for higher low somewhere before we head up. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's about it. today.